Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. And tonight I will continue my adventures in the Keldor sector Star Wars game, featuring Nash Ryan, smuggler, scoundrel and flyer for hire, and his new crew member, former employer Rhya, mysterious Eldridian shadow huntress. So they completed a mission together and now they joined as crew and are on adventures in the Keldor sector. And I'm using the Star Knave hack I made for Knave 2nd edition and my solo RPG framework to play this. And last episode actually, we saved a charming high-class celebrity that performs as a nightclub singer in the entertainment planet of Velas. And as a reward, we got 3,000 credits and 2 VIP tickets to see her show in a VIP lounge, food and drink and everything included. And we were heading for Velas anyway, because I need to upgrade my ship and also repair my ship, because at the moment we are at 7 hull after a little run-in with 2 TIE fighters and the dogfight with the slavers. Alright, so this is where we will actually continue, and so we continue on our voyage to Velas, where we arrive without any further incident. Velas is a medium security system, and just as a reminder, it is an entertainment world, medium security, and the corporate types from the neighboring system Keldor, where there's a large corporate headquarters from Genesis Pharmaceuticals. They go there to blow off steam. It is controlled by a crime family with extended influence behind the scenes that basically handle all the gambling, casinos, bars and all that stuff. And this is where we're headed. So we arrive in system, and when we arrive in the system, we have to check if there is a random encounter occurring while we are approaching the planet. So we are in a medium security system, so we have a 2 in 6 chance for a random encounter according to my framework. So 2 in 6 chance, that is a 1 or 2 on a d6. It's a 6. No, we're lucky. But if we are also in a medium or high security system, there's a slight chance in a medium security system, a 1 in 6 chance of an inspection, either by local authority or the Empire. So we have to check for that as well. No, it is not. Okay, so we arrive in system, we head for the planet, and the planet Velas is, because it is an entertainment district, it is a pleasant planet, so it has a nice tropical climate, warm, sunny weather, sandy beaches, green, and basically like a temperate, beautiful planet with azure blue oceans and it's nice sandy beaches, and you will get to see a couple of pictures. But first I will need to determine some details. So let's say it has 2d4 major spaceport cities. 2d4 major spaceport cities. So a total of 5 major cities that are spread across 2d6 continents or land masses. 7. All right, so we have 5. So let's write this down real quick here. So we are talking about Velas. It is a medium security planet. And what I usually do, I underline it twice to easily find it, and then I put down 5 starport cities. And these are major cities, but not like layered vertical cities, just like normal major cities. And it has 7 continents. And it has a nice tropical, nice warm tropical to subtropical climate. And it features sandy beaches, azure oceans, and green jungles and forests. All right, so, and we are heading for the nearest starport city. Let's say it is in the southern hemisphere, and it is called, damn it, names are so difficult. It is called, you know what, I'm just, I call it, okay, head for the spaceport. Of Velas South. It's not very creative, but sometimes I just draw, when it comes, character names are alright, but city names, so I usually make it easier on myself, like with Velas Prime, Central, whatever. So this is Velas South, obviously in the southern hemisphere. And if you're wondering why am I writing all this down, doesn't it matter? Well, it might if we like get into trouble, run into people, make enemies. So I need to know where we have been. So so when we are there in the future, that we might go someplace else. So if we are causing trouble in the southern hemisphere, it would be better if we go there next time to look for a place maybe in the northern hemisphere to minimize the risk of someone finding us again. All right, so this is where we're headed, Velas South, and I promised you some pictures. So as we descend into the atmosphere, we see, let me see, can you see this? Yes. So we see these beautiful blue oceans. You can see here, I don't know if you can see it, certainly not if the screen gets dark. So little houses, and those are like resorts. And then we pass, as we descend further, we make our approach through a nice beach and jungle landscape, as finally the large spaceport city of Velas South comes into view, where we then, this is for later, where we then, I gotta go into the other direction, where we then land see this? Yes, so we land on an outdoor landing pad. So just imagine that there's like some more landing pads here and landing docks. So this is like the starport complex. In the background you can see the skyline of Velas South. Let's say it has 2d4, it looks pretty big, 2d4 million inhabitants. So this is also, so it has 7 million inhabitants. It is a large metropolis, but spread out over a larger area with huge skyscrapers also, but not a layered city. 7 million inhabitants. Okay, so and there we land, so we request docking clearance. We need to pay a docking fee, which is expensive here because it is like an entertainment district also for the wealthy. So we have to pay a docking fee of 500 credits. However, these 500 credits include the refill of our consumables. So we have consumables for 2 months on board, like food supplies, water supplies, and it's all like recycled and stuff. So they basically change the water and and refill every consumables there are, empty every tanks or whatever. So we pay 500. And and then we're good to go for another 2 months if the need should arise. And I'm not, of course, keeping track of the days. It's just for fluff and flavor. Oh yeah, and one other thing I forgot to mention last time. So when you look at my Star Knave, in Knave you get experience points for treasure, for credits. And of course, it is the same in Star Knave, and there is like it is pretty easy, and because it is on a 1-to-1 basis, a PC gains 1 XP for every credit they earn during a session, either as payment for successful missions, looted from a defeated adversary, won during gambling, stolen, or gained from selling items. But I, of course, do not count every like 10, 20, 30 credits that I might fight someplace. But last time, the celebrity paid us 3,000 credits, which I divided evenly. So this equals 1,500 XP. And we started the season at level 2 with 10,000 XP. So now we are at 11,500 XP each, because it's all evenly divided. So I will accumulate during this season experience points, and maybe I even gain 1 or 2 levels depending on how I do. So if I decide to bet 5,000 gambling and I win, those 5,000 credits that I won would also be transferred into XP. So this is basically how this works. Okay, so 500 credits though we have to pay. Nash is paying, so he's at 11,000 credits. So as we approach and they demand, well, welcome to Velas South. This is Starport Control. Please transfer 500 credits as a docking and refueling fee before you are allowed to land. And I just acknowledge, yeah, will do. And Rhya goes, damn, 500 credits just to land here. You are right, I think. Running a starship is expensive. Yeah, see, it is docking fees, repair, maintenance, modifications. It basically, it burns through your credits, but it offers an independence and freedom that you won't find anywhere else. So for me, if you ask me, it is worth every penny. And for those 500 credits, we can stay as long as we want. But if we take off and land again, we gotta pay again. So we should make our stay worthwhile. So, Rhya, what are your plans? So now we landed. Well, I will head into town and get some personal items, like I said, get some clothing, personal items, stuff that I need, hygiene materials, you know, and maybe 1 or 2 things to eat that I like, all that kind of stuff. Like you said, I gotta make myself at home. Yeah, that reminds me actually, I'm not sure, did I already give you the access code for the ship? For the edge and everything? No. Well, then I will do that. So I set up a data card for her, like a data key, and hand it to her. Please don't lose it, and even better, memorize it. But it's a long digit code, but well, I do have a good memory. I will keep this data card for a couple of days as a safety precaution, but rest assured, I will memorize this access code. Yeah, all right, so while you are in town doing your shopping, you know, actually, we got these VIP tickets. Why don't you get a few nice evening gowns and evening dresses, not only for this occasion, but who knows, I think I'll get some stuff as well, because I'm looking at her. I'm going to ask you out on a date. And I sort of smile, and she goes, ask me out on a date? Yeah, it's something we say. What I wanted to say is, I got these 2 tickets, and actually while we're here, why not use them? I mean, it's free food and drink. We should go out together and see this show at the Moonlight Palace. But while you are shopping, and I will get everything set up for the repairs, and as we don't have any pressing matters right now, and as you said, starships are expensive, I'll also try to find us a new job. We could always do some bulletin board missions, but these are usually not as lucrative. It is a secure and reliable source of income if all else fails, but I'm looking for some more lucrative of the books kind of things. Oh, and she goes, yeah, about that. I think if this crew arrangement I think if this crew arrangement is going to work out, we need to agree on a few things, because you must understand that there are some things that I will not do. And I go like, well, you're right. Better to talk about it now than when it is too late, and and leads to some unpleasant miscommunication. Because rest assured, Rhya, I also don't do everything for money. So maybe you tell me what it is that you don't like, and I'm pretty sure we will probably agree on most of it, if not all of it. Yeah. So I will not do slave trafficking of any kind. So no transporting of slaves. That also includes other being trafficking against their will. I will not do anything that has or that deals with weapons of mass destruction, like bioviruses, biological weapons, chemical weapons. Those are basically the main taboos. No weapons of mass destruction, no being trafficking, no slave trafficking. Everything else we should discuss. However, I don't care if we are, I don't know, smuggling weapons to the Rebel Alliance or transport wanted fugitives that are on the run from the Empire or anything like this. And I go, well, actually I smile. Like I said, those are exactly the things that I wouldn't do either. So we won't have a problem here. I think, even though I don't know you that well, or we haven't been traveling for that long together, I think we're mostly on the same page when it comes to that. And a little OC, this is like also in my private games, like some sort of personal honor codex. So in my private games, when I get offered, like, I don't know, a job to transport like nerve gas or nerve agents or whatever, I usually also don't do it. So I figured I wouldn't do it, but Rhya probably won't either. So we are indeed on the same page here. Yeah, all right. So I see to get us some work and get the repairs and the modifications done. You go shopping, and then we meet back here, maybe, I don't know, tonight. And if anything goes wrong, you got my comlink number. Yes, indeed, I do, as you have mine. So I will see you soon. So she leaves, and I first head to the, or contact via comlink the repair service. So this is standard repairs. I don't want to make a big deal out of it. So I'm losing, or I'm missing, or I'm 12 hull points short, actually 13. So I'm at 7 hull from 20. And let's see, I think I put in here, it's like 200 credits a point. Let's see, hull. Oh, restore 1 point of the hull with repairs costs about 100 credits, but it can be more depending on the available facilities and materials. Okay, so facilities are available. This is a large starport, but it is an expensive planet, so it'll be 200 credits per point. So that is 13. So that is 2,600 if I'm not mistaken. 13 points. Yeah. Yeah, times 100 would be 1,300. Yeah, 2,600. Okay, so I order repairs to be done via the starport repair service. So I put down have ship repaired. For 2,600, and it'll take an hour per point, so the repairs will take 13 hours. And that reminds me, I gotta determine what time it actually is as we arrived. But because, as you can see, it is still daylight, I say it is, let's say 10 plus 1d6 hours. Oh, it is 1,100 hours. All right, so we arrived at 1,100 hours. So they will be done by tomorrow, those repairs. Okay, so that's that. I'll pay them in a second. And then I also want to get some upgrades done. So upgrades, let's see, 11,000 minus 2,000, that is 9 minus 600. So I'm at 8,400 credits after the repairs are done. That is actually not a lot. Okay, so credits. $8,400 after the repairs, and I still want to keep some money in the pocket to engage in some activities here. So what is actually the thing that would provide me the most benefit would be handling, because handling adds to piloting rolls but also to armor class. So that is actually a pretty good thing to upgrade. However, let's look at my Starships of the Galaxy upgrade rules. I think it is 8,000 credits for 1 point. And speed improvements, handling, shields and fire control. Oh no, it is 6,000. Okay, so handling, shields and fire control can be improved by a maximum of +3 above the starting value each. So my starting value is 0, so my max handling would be +3, and every improvement costs 6,000 credits, and they need to be proved individually. So it'll be a total of 18,000 for those 3 points, which I of course can't afford, but I can afford 1 point of handling. And I think that would be the most beneficial at the moment. Yeah, okay, so this is also nothing I need a special mechanic for, because it's just a minor modification +1. So when we get into the like +3 region, you might need some special engineer or something, but in this case I'll just order handling improvement for 6,000. So let me just update my stats here. So the hull is back to 20 and my handling is at +1 now, and handling +1, which in turn, so it's not now but when the repairs are done, so in turn my AC then will be 15, because 11 base, 1 handling, that's 12, and +3 for my piloting ability wisdom. All right, AC 15, handling +1. And also this will also add to my pilot skill. So as a matter of fact, my smuggler background, it'll grant me a +5 on pilot checks whenever I'm not in combat. So I can't use this for evasive maneuvers. This doesn't make really sense. It's for game balance mechanics, because the original rules state that careers and backgrounds don't provide bonuses in combat, but out of combat, like when I have to navigate an asteroid field or during a chase scene before combat to avoid a combat, I will use my smuggler background. Otherwise you couldn't have good pilots in the system. But I do get that it is important for combat balance, for the evasive maneuvers and stuff, that this is more on a flattened scale, let's put it this way. But so my pilot ability is then 5 for my career, 3 for my wisdom, and +1, so that is actually +9 because of the handling I got now. And yeah, I am going to erase this here and upgrade this. So pilot +9. Okay, so but this will all only be happening when the repairs are done, but I don't intend to move my ship until then. All right, so now I head out into the city myself, and the city is connected to the starport by a monorail, monotube system, which is free of charge. It is included in your docking fee, so I can use it, and then I head into the city. Let's say when I arrive there, it is 1300 hours. I needed some time to get everything prepared for the repairs and yeah, do all the arrangements and everything. So I arrive in the city. Let me check for some nice pictures here. Yeah. Yeah, so this is where I arrive at a city plaza, and yeah, then like my career is smuggler, so I have an eye for relevant places. So I'm trying to make contact with the criminal underworld. So I'm going to my framework again, city gameplay procedures, and there I can make contact with the underworld to acquire contacts and get an illegal job. The underworld usually offers lucrative but illegal jobs. To make contact with the underworld, you need to succeed at a social skill check, and this is like also system agnostic. In a low security city, it's easy. In a medium security city, the check has a medium difficulty, and in a high security city, the check is hard. If you succeed, you can generate a job using the underworld job generator. Okay, so it is a medium difficulty, but I do not want to use the job generator. I'm explicitly, because I'm a smuggler, I am looking for either smuggling contracts or passenger contracts from people that want to keep a low profile. So smuggle contraband or yeah, transport wanted passengers, basically. All right, so it's a medium difficulty check. So the standard difficulty in Knave is usually 5, so 11 plus, so that'll be 16. So I'll think that's like, if it's easy, I mean 5 is like the standard. If it's easy, it would be, I don't know, maybe like only plus 2, so it would be then check that I need of 13. So I'm say I need 16, and I'm using my charisma skill to smooth talk to people, to yeah, to socialize, because it's like the social interaction skill at my smuggler career, which gives me +5. So I'm rolling +8, and I need a 16 or higher to get a smuggling contract or a passenger transport contract. Oh, look at this. It's a 20, a critical success. That in my book means that I get a lucrative offer, which is also urgent. For some reason, something has happened to whoever was supposed to transport whatever I need to transport, and now they need a quick replacement. And so I got a good chance of getting a good deal here. And because it's a 20 and I'd rather interact with cargo than more NPCs, I say it's not a passenger mission, it's a lucrative smuggling contract that I am offered out of necessity, out of despair, because there's like yeah, there's a time is of the essence here, and yeah, and it needs to be transported quick and fast. Okay, this is interesting. Let's go to the framework again. I do have an idea in mind, but I want to use this idea generator, random idea prompts in the back, to see what comes up if it gives me a better idea. And I go green, purple, black for the columns. Green, purple, black. Green is 6, purple 19, and black is 9. So let's look at those prompts and see what they give me. So green, first column is smoke. 19, cave. Okay. And 9, drugs. Okay. Smoke, cave, drugs. Okay. Okay, so I need to transport a very volatile and unstable ingredient, that is the smoke, which is only found in very few locations, very rare locations, cave, and they are used to create a very potent and profitable drug. So yeah, so it's basically a drug ingredient, a potent, volatile, and of course highly illegal and regulated, otherwise drug ingredient. Okay, and who is offering me this contract? This is also interesting. Who is offering me this contract? The employer. I'm going by the table for the illegal jobs. Oh, a smuggling ring. Okay, so yeah, a smuggling ring, and one of their smugglers, and I need to deliver it to to a military, to a military officer. Okay. Okay, so the military actually is the Rebel Alliance military, and this drug is a performance enhancer, because the rebels, they're always outnumbered, and so they need to stay in the field longer. So it's not healthy, but what can you do? I mean, so all right, so yeah, I have to transport this to a rebel cell, so, and they use it to create performance enhancers for their soldiers. All right, but of course I don't get all these details. This is just for me background knowledge to weave into the story encounter-wise and everything. So, but that's what it is. Okay, highly illegal and regulated drug ingredient. So deliver to Rebel Alliance military. Used for performance enhancers. All right, now payment. Payment will be, let's, so I don't need to reinvent the wheel in my Stardark supplement, and they're close enough. I got these Carousing in the Galaxy, which you can get for free. It is pay what you want. And there it gives some payment benchmarks. Smuggling job. Smugglers usually receive anywhere from 6,000 to 15,000 credits for a smuggling job, depending on the type of cargo and the security level of the target destination. Okay, so the security level of the target destination will be non-existent, because I have to deliver it to a hidden rebel outpost which is also in the Keldor sector, and but it is very sensitive. Time is of the essence, and highly regulated, and probably the imps are on our tail. So I will go and yeah, take somewhat of the middle ground here, which is 11,000. So that's it plus, yeah. So the offer is 11,000. So but who's sitting in front or opposite to me? Let's first check male or female. Even is always female. Oh, it's a female. And let's look at the species. This species, 1d10. For a human. All right, because human are the most common. So a female human is sitting across from me in a CD, or not CD, but in a tavern. Let me get a picture here. Yeah, it is for a smuggling, so this fits. So this woman is sitting across from me, and so she is talking to me in a kept down voice. All right, so from what I've gathered so far, it looks like you know the trade. We need to get this stuff to its destination really quick. It is a highly volatile component, and yeah, we had some unexpected trouble and difficulty with the intended pilot. I won't go into any more details, but I can provide you obviously with the coordinates where this shipment has to go. Okay, what did I say? 11,000. Yeah, 11,000. Okay, I'm all ears. Where does it need to go? Well, like I said, it is very sensible. It has to go. Where did I think I had an outpost here. Yeah, Lee Rock. The planet Lee Rock, which is up here. So actually not very far. We're in Velas, but we have to go through Keldor, and we can't use a completely new route because of the time. We need to be quick because this component is very volatile. So we have to use the main route, and we go to Lee Rock. So Lee Rock, when I created the sector, untamed wild system, very dangerous and ferocious wildlife, hidden rebel camp, protected by a force field, only safe way in and out by starship because of this very dangerous and ferocious wildlife, which is like a natural defense mechanism. This is why the rebels settled there, and they set up a small camp with a force field, and you can only get in by starship. Well, safe. It needs to get to Lee Rock quick, and I don't know, how fast is your vessel? Well, sadly not very fast. So OOC times 2 is actually the standard for a tramp freighter. For a smuggler ship, it's actually a little slow, but I'm only at 0.2.5. So actually I'm slow, but of course I'm not telling that I'm slow. Okay, so when can you leave? Well, actually I'm having some repairs done right now. They will be completed by tomorrow morning. That's not good enough. You gotta leave now, within the hour. You got to stop the repairs and have them finish when you're back. We need, this stuff needs to go. All right, so where do I load the cargo? I'll give you coordinates to a small island south of here in the ocean. We have a small landing pad set up there, nothing special, basically just a paved clearing in the jungle. This is where we will load the cargo onto your ship. This is, she hands me a data card. On this data card, there's the key for this decrypted frequency that you need to identify yourself on approach, and so that you won't get into trouble when you land, and you gotta leave within the hour. If anything goes wrong, this is my number. She gives me her comlink number and the data card with the code, and goes, I suggest you leave right away. All right, then. So then I take my comlink and I contact Rhya. Rhya, this is Nash. Something has come up. I got a lucrative deal for us, but we need to leave right away. Okay. So I'll head towards the ship and meet you there. Yeah, but the repairs are not done yet. They will have to wait. But we gotta go. I'll tell you everything when we meet on the ship. Yeah, all right. So we meet on the ship, but let's check if there's an encounter on the way back to the ship. But there's something else I wanted to do, but I don't know. Oh yeah, because the repairs, they're not done. So I'm saying, all right, so they only managed to repair 5 points of hull. So from 7, I'm back to the 12 that I was when we engaged the slavers. So now I'm at 12 hull from my original 20, and of course my handling is also not yet improved. I'll keep that in mind, because I basically have to launch with a half repaired ship. But I mean, oh, and one important thing, of course, usually I get money in advance. So before I leave, I talk to her again. Well, one thing, not so fast. As you know, in our line of business, it is common common to receive half of the payment up front. You're right, it is. You will receive the first half of the payment when the cargo is loaded onto your ship at the island coordinates I gave you. All right, so if I don't get my first half of payment, I won't take off. Yeah, I know how it works. Just get there. Okay, so yeah, we have settled that, and now I need to see if there's an encounter happening. Again, I go to my framework, because I can never remember the chances. I think it is a 1 in 6 chance. City actions. After resolving a city action, check for a random encounter as outlined in the gameplay procedure. Yeah, city gameplay procedure. Okay, so in a low security system it is 2 in 6. In all other cities it is 1 in 6. All right, so as I head back to the ship, there's a 1 in 6 chance that an encounter occurs. No, it is a 4, lucky, and I advanced time by 2 hours, so it is 1500 hours. 1500 meet back at ship. Okay, so then, yeah, Rhya gets settled in, and she is in the co-pilot seat now. And while I'm preparing everything for takeoff, I comment and show her all the procedures and walk her through the procedures, because also the goal is to get her up to speed so that she can at least do basic piloting tasks like landing, taking off and stuff. So I walk her through the procedures, and I also did this when we landed as well. So while I'm doing this, I'm going, well, Rhya, the next landing is at these coordinates. Actually, it should be pretty easy. There's no traffic because it's not a spaceport. It's basically an island in the ocean with a paved clearing in the jungle. Do you think you're already up for your first landing? She looks at me. I can give it a try. But do make sure that you can step in if necessary. Yeah, I will, of course. I don't want to crash this bucket either. I mean, it's still not even in perfect shape. So, yeah, let's head over there. So we head over there, and let's see. So she tries to land. So it's piloting ability is either Dex, Intelligence, or Wisdom. Player's choice. She chooses her dexterity of +3, standard difficulty, so it's 11 plus usually 5, 16. But I say it is easy for mentioned reasons. You don't need to get clearance, no traffic. So it is a DC 13. So it's +2. So to the 11. So she rolls +3. She's infiltrator or scout, so that does not give her a piloting bonus. +3 versus 13. Oh no, natural 1. So, damn. All right, so as she approaches and descends, suddenly a stabilizer bursts and one of the maneuvering thrusters. And immediately we lose altitude, the ship starts to spin, and Rhya goes, damn it. And I go, it's not your fault, the stabilizer blew. And then I immediately, take the controls and try to bring her down. And now, this is now where my piloting comes in. So now I'm at +8, 5 for my career and 3 wisdom. I do not get the handling bonus. But the DC now is, all right, so it was, let's say it was like 13, it's 18, +5 on top of the 13. So it's a DC 18. Oh, damn, this is so, all right, DC 18, and I got +8. And sadly, I do not have luck here in Knave. Only in Stardark I had luck. But look at this, 18. I rolled an 18 +8. So, okay, so this is also great because I can impress Rhya with my piloting skill. So, okay, so I grab the controls immediately. I focus. I'm all business immediately. So she sees I'm concentrated, and without even thinking about it, I go through the movements, flipping switches, shutting off engines, compensating, rewiring, repulsor power, and doing fancy piloting stuff, because I mean I rolled an 18. So after this short moment of really intense action, the ship is all smooth again, and I set her down very smoothly, as if I've never done anything else. Whew. That was close, but we're down. And she looks at me. Indeed, we're down. Just like with the space creature. I can't help but I'll have to recognize that piloting seems to be in your blood. I think, or I'm happy that you were at the controls and not someone else when this happened. Yeah, well, it looked more difficult than it actually was. You'll get there. But now let's head out. We got some business to do. And yeah, I'm telling her the details that we have to transport a volatile component. I don't know all these details with performance drugs and everything, but I do know to a rebel cell. So they said that much. Or to an interest group that has a hidden camp on Lee Rock, but we're not stupid. We can count or we can add 1 and 1 together, so probably a rebel cell. Well, at least they're the good guys. Yeah, at least they try to do something about the Empire. Let's put it this way. All right, and then we head out onto the landing pad, and this is where I will end this episode because I'm already almost at an hour. So yeah, we will continue next time, and yeah, I'm thinking, what do you think? This maneuvering thing, piloting thing, is that an affection point or not? Because, yeah, come on, it's my game, damn it. I want to get there. So I'm at 9 from 12 affection points. So put down 1 emergency landing. Because the 2 was impressive. I mean, come on. And for those of you wondering, my goal is for Nash in this season or in general to get closer to Rhya because he likes her. I mean, what's not to like? Look at this picture. I mean, she is beautiful. So he's got the hots for her, and he wants to romance her, as they say in modern video games. And because I got the inspiration from a system from a guy on Reddit, and in the first episode I think I put the link. So I need to gather a certain number of affection points, 12 total, to have a chance of romancing her. And for everything like I do, impressing her or saving her life or doing some thing that impresses her or resonates with her, I get an affection point. So and now I'm at 9 from 12 that I need. This is like an ongoing thing. Yeah, so yeah, that's it for this episode. I really enjoyed it. I'm very always eager to continue this campaign because I really like the characters, and I will be pretty sad if they die. Yeah, but they're not dead yet. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please do subscribe to the channel. Check out my stuff on DriveThruRPG if you want to play Star Knave yourself. And as always, stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.